I'm going to show how you can change a dominant 7 chord into a 7 sharp 5 or a 7 flat 5. Here's a dominant 7 chord, also just called a 7th chord. It has a root, 3rd, 5th, and a flat 7. It's labeled as flat 7 because it's 1/2 step lower than a major 7th, and I'll talk about that 7th in a future video. In this lesson, we're going to zero in on the 5th of the chord. If we leave the 5th the way it is, we have a dominant 7 chord. Chords like C7, G7, and A7 are dominant 7 chords. If we lower the 5th a 1/2 step or 1 fret, we have a 7 flat 5 chord. And if we raise the 5th a 1/2 step or 1 fret, we have a 7 sharp 5 chord. This is how you can change a movable 7th chord into a 7 sharp 5 or a 7 flat 5. Here's a G7, which is made up of G, B, D, and F. This is the root, this is the 7th, this is the 3rd, and this is the 5th. If you want to turn this into a 7 flat 5 chord, you need to lower that 5th by 1 fret, and then refinger so you can hit all those notes. And if you want to turn this into a 7 sharp 5 chord, you take that same 5th, raise it by 1 fret or a 1/2 step, and again, refinger it so you can get those notes. As you advance in your chord playing, it's useful to know your chord shapes and your fingerings, but you'll also want to know the function of every note you're playing. For example, if you know which string is playing the 5th of the chord, then all you have to do is work out your fingerings so you can either raise that 5th or lower that 5th. Thanks for watching, and for more guitar lessons, music theory, and solo guitar arrangements, please subscribe.